Good. Yes, it wouldn't be as true if I didn't really lose my marbles and, gibber my jabbles all over the place.
Yep.
So, we have a solution to trash. Put it in the bin.
Yep. Put it where it fucking belongs.
This has just been really funny because I've seen so many of the, zoomy fast players just skipping all the trash.
And rightfully so, because it serves no purpose.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I don't know, you're 150 Cosmic Flux there. Big man, you wouldn't want to forget that.
Yeah, same with the Negas and Alotha from before. Wow, great, fantastic.
So, a bit of talk about raid trash. I mean, look, whenever I played Trial of the Crusader, the bit that I hated about it was there was no trash for me to kill. 100%. Hundo percento. But basically, right? Well, okay, let's go through. Let's go through the headings in this beautifully prepared discussion point that you've crafted for us.
Indeed, yes. So, to begin with, FF14 actually kind of gets us wrong quite often. It gets it right sometimes in Alliance raids, and it's why I think there's times doing Crystal Tower, there's times doing Tower Paradigm's Breach, there's times a little bit in Red Run Lighthouse and stuff. Trash does make a place feel alive and feel dangerous.
Crystal Tower feels big, yeah.
Yeah, Crystal Tower's big. Sure, all that trash is garbage, but you do it and you're like, oh, this is a lot of stuff. There's even room for fun little like lore things in there because there's a bunch of elegant experiments, stuff like that. And then you go to like Pandemonium as an example for the recent one. This place that feels so big and important, having nothing in it effectively feels kind of weird. That's for sure. They work around it sometimes. Like, there was kind of trashy stuff in Coils early on. They decided against that, but then, like Eden makes sense out of it. But anyway, to get to my actual point, there's just something there that's kind of missing occasionally. And World of Warcraft has always done that really, really well because every raid environment, or the majority of raid environments, have felt dangerous. They felt like you're invading enemy territories.
Yeah.
Imagine going.
The scale is so cool.
Yeah. Imagine going through Castle Nathria with no trash. It would be empty. You would just end up teleporting between rooms, and it would feel really unnatural and wrong, as opposed to we're attacking this castle.
It's like a massive castle with 6 people in it.
Yeah. So like obviously that's one thing that is generally a WoW player will feel that's missing in FS rating. They design around it, so it's fine. But World of Warcraft's gotten that feel down really, really well. Has ever since the first day of you go through Molten Core and it's just a whole bunch of trash. You're like, well, it's kind of boring, but also you're invading Bracken Rose's domain. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But raids take way too fucking long. They just take way too long. They are obscenely big for people taking reasonable progress. It takes hours and hours and hours a week to get through it, which obviously, if this was all content, that's fine. But the problem is, trash just feels like unnecessary padding. Nothing else.
Ever since Korkron Dark Shamans, I've had it's been awakened in me.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, that's been fine. The Korkron Dark Shamans is relatively okay because you're an org. Obviously, it's going to be dudes in org. We'll be fighting an army. But why did you have to individually take out all of them? Why was there nothing? Was there nothing that could have helped?
I guess I think about, Ice Crown Citadel. I liked how, it had the little mini bosses that would drop the bag of loot. That would have some useful resources like some badges and, sometimes even something a wee bit better.
Yeah.
And I do like how they've tried to put in, those like little mini bosses that'll give you something in the trash. But trash is trash. It sometimes it's just the between trash and all the other things, it takes up quite a proportion of your raid night. Which when you have a 10 boss raid, and especially when you're thinking about the Great Vault, because that's what their reward designers decided to do, then all the time you're there like, oh my god, we only have 5 hours of raiding a week, and we have to spend an hour of it doing trash or whatever, and that kind of feels bad because the Great Vault, we're so incentivized to get more Great Vault options because gear, and it feels bad.
Everything is incentivizing you to do this quickly. And this isn't just like, we'll reward incentivization, stuff like that. It's literally time constraints. This isn't MC. This isn't, back in the day when people would play World of Warcraft for 7-8 hours. Gaming habits have changed. There's more time competition. That's a global thing. Everyone in the world now has less time because there's substantially more, you could cynically go, more media to consume. Haha, nice, meaningful life. But even in terms of the world is bigger, people have more connections via the internet, there's more stuff to do. So people have less time. And they need to work around that instead of going, here's a load of just shit for you to actually do. I mean, like I was like the half here is, our first raid night was about 3 hours long, but 2.5 really. We got to fight 3 bosses, killed 2 of them, fought 1, couple pulls. Wasn't that many pulls. We had to run back a lot of the time. We had to fight a lot of trash, and there was even a pretty awkward time on trash where we went right into Skull X, and then we came back out and thought, well, we're gonna go kill Zymox and get Hollandus. The efficient thing to do was to kill the trash leading to Hollandus because it would let us in the room. But there's a wall there for no reason, so we had to go and kill extra trash.
Yeah.
And the trash had some mechanics, which is sort of okay, but I think everyone was just zoned out, just waiting for the boss, more or less. And that scuffed us in terms of our time. We had a worse experience because we didn't get to fight all the bosses. Because we didn't sit down for 4, 5, 6 hours.
For the best of both worlds, like, how would you say the Siege solved this problem? Because I remember actively raiding Siege of Orgrimmar, and I've definitely got to say, like, people were still frustrated at trash back then.
There was one specific element Siege did.
Okay.
Remember when you... let me get the order of Siege right. Was it Malkorok the big guy?
Malkorok was, he had the miasma mechanic.
Yeah.
So, circle.
Yeah, and then you go down to him, and then it opens up into the...
Yep, the Treasure Vault one.
Yeah, Treasure Vault, which led to Paragons, and then there was the...
Treasure Vault, Paragons, and then your...
No,
it wasn't Paragons. It was Treasure, and then it was the one with the big dinosaur. And then there was Siegecrafter Blackfuse.
Yeah, so
then it was Paragons. Yeah. Then it was Gary?
Maybe?
Maybe?
That was
forget.
That was it. But that was the room, right? Where you went in and you split off into 2 different ways. There was a lot of trash in that room. You didn't have to kill any of it because you kicked the door open, your allies came in, blew them all up, froze them all.
Oh, yeah.
So you felt like you were kicking Garrosh's doors in, but you didn't have to fight a little trash.
Oh, shit! Do you mean Mr. Crispy could have something to do, and we could like Mr. Crispy because he'd come in and take the trash away?
Yes. That's literally what I mean. So, before you take the teleporter in Sepulchre, before you take the teleporter over to the...
Almost fell off my chair. I didn't actually... Whoa! Didn't expect that.
Yeah, so before you take the teleporter over to the, after the first boss, over to the next area, Thrall and Bolvar are standing there. Bolvar swings his hammer, and Thrall throws what looks like a lava burst. At the same bat that fly, or whatever it is, it's the same bat-like enemy that flies in and comes back. It's not an enemy. It's just a thing. You never consider it an enemy. It doesn't exist. It's just there, and they just do this on loop while you're watching.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of that, and I was like, well, that just solves all the problems. Why didn't we take the teleporter? We land and go, here's a load of trash, and Bolvar goes, all right, boys, I've got this one. And just starts, not necessarily to immediately kill them and make it feel easy, but just fight them off, fend them off, pull them over into somewhere else, or, even just, put a wall up around himself and them and let us go past, stop them aggroing us. Why isn't Jaina just showing up and like, oh, are all of these things in your way? Well, we'll freeze them all. Job's done. And then you have 2 things. You've got characters actually fucking doing something, which they're technically already doing, but this way you have them doing something that actually matters. You've got to do something that matters to you as a player. So you're actually saying, oh, well, here's a bunch of trash. Fuck that. I don't want to do this. Oh, shit, this character came and helped. Thank you, Tyrande, for shooting all these people with arrows. Thank you, Bolvar, for doing something. Thank you, Bane, for actually fighting something. Something that looks cool. It's effectively a little set piece.
Oh, man, what's the final dungeon of Stormblood called again?
Oh, my God.
It's basically World War I.
Yeah. Oh, what's that called? Oh, my... Oh.
So, but it's a really cool dungeon because as you're going through it, like, obviously there's trash because it's a dungeon, but it's nice how some of the... Gimlet Dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of the characters are coming in and, you'll run through and, you'll do something. Those characters will be like... Yeah. I'll hold them off here. You go on ahead. And it actually feels like you and those characters are really progressing through that together. Yeah. Whereas in this, it's like, I've triggered Mr. Crispy to spawn there.
Yeah.
Because technically, Mr. Crispy and the Knights of the Ebon Blade have been charging into the breach with us for 2 raids in a row.
Yeah.
And it doesn't at all feel like
we haven't felt that in the slightest.
Because he just stands there just going...
Yeah.
And that's all bull.
Yeah.
This is all like I guess Magni,
he swings it now. It's great.
It's like that's it, man.
Yeah.
Where's our, where is he? What's he doing?
Yeah, like
yeah.
I mean, I guess there's another example. Like why? There's an LB3 pop for the bosses. Why isn't it when someone else there says you also fight with them a little bit? Yeah. Why is this not a case of trash being solved by these allies, and then even you walk into a boss room, right? The boss room is full of a boss and all his allies, and then the boss goes, "Ha!" Especially Zymox, because Zymox is a crafty kind of person.
Yeah.
Zymox is the cartel. They're smart. They have a load of stuff. Why is it not the case where we step into a trap? Because why does Zymox wait until we're fighting to throw traps down? Why does Zymox not put traps at the fucking door? Then we'd just never get in. Job done. So why not have that happen?
Ludonarrative dissonance.
Yeah, exactly. I think obviously complaining about ludonarrative dissonance a lot is really kind of it's missing the point a lot of the time. But but the point is, it is a massive opportunity for Blizzard to add so much to characters, add so much to the actual richness of playing this game, and also remove a problem that's really annoying people in a way that they won't complain about. You put trash in, and then you have another character put it in the bin instead of us having to do it. It's the start of fucking. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to say this. It's the start of Half-Life 2.
Whoa.
Blizzard are the Combine Guard who knocks the can out and goes, pick that up. Whereas in an ideal world, the Combine goes, there's a trash can, there's a can, I've put it in the trash for you. On you go. Because the Combine is our ally in this situation.
Of course. Yes.
Fucking
collaborator.
I've lost my marbles. But yeah, that's the thing where they could do something, get rid of the trash. The trash would be there. The raid would feel alive. Everything would be okay. They would still feel like we're invading, but it would feel like we're invading. Make them set pieces. Because I think that's how Jared described them whenever I brought this idea up. He's like, so trash would mostly be set pieces?
Oh.
Yeah. So, and I don't mean get rid of all trash. I mean, let us fight a couple dudes at the door, right? No problem. But why is there the massive wave of things and all our allies fighting a load of scripted NPCs that we don't care about or see or block our path? They need to just go, okay, boom. The Boulevard's like, right, I've just done whatever I've done. I've done the cool thing from the cinematic where I've changed the color of my hammer and I've just wrecked this whole thing. Obviously, he may not because the helm's broke or whatever, but, do that. And we're like, yo, sick Boulevard. Thank you very much. Now we'll go fight the boss and have fun. That's my solution to trash.
Well, good news, Matt, because guilds have fixed the problem and now Blizzard have fixed the guilds. So,
fixed like you fix a fucking dog or a cat, yeah?
Yeah, so the likes of Limit and Echo have just been skipping trash.
Yeah.
So either what you do is you have the whole raid group, or just a warlock and some healers use Invis and Shroud, or just gun juice to fucking blast their way through all of the trash, and then summon the rest of the raid up to past the trash.
Yeah.
Dakor's guild have been doing this during their main runs, and it saves like 30 minutes over the course of the evening. That's a few more pulls of the actual fun gameplay experience we all want. But the good news is Blizzard have fixed this problem by having several enemies now detect stealth and invisibility, which of course just means you can probably just fucking gun shoot someone through there and sure they die. So people are, here's the thing, people are getting around this anyway.
Yeah, this doesn't fix a death skip.
Yeah, it doesn't fix a death skip.
They fixed the death skip by putting the wall up in the first place. It means you have to kill them in that specific bit at the start anyway.
Yeah. So, I just think with how things are going these days, I vastly prefer what you said.
Yeah, I think that's the thing where, the only, well, this is, you could say this of quite a lot of things we propose, or the community in general proposes. The only cost here is Blizzard have to do more work. And I'm not going to begrudge, or, I'm not going to say, oh, poor Blizzard, you have to do so much work whenever I'm paying you $10 a month, well, no, $15 a month, or $10 a month for a game that's getting an update every 6 months. You do some work.
Yeah.
I'm paying you to do some fucking work.